back home again, and a fantastic night. You've really enjoyed it, Denise, and what a reception you and both yourself and Tim got tonight.
Oh, do you know, it's just so flattering. We haven't actually been home together for ages, so it's been lovely. You know, it's been today. I had to stay in London last night, and then had to come up today, and I was absolutely knackered. And suddenly walked in here and saw the reception that I had, and just seeing David outside. And it's so funny with David. His acute sense of humour is just so amazing, because he noticed that I'd lost weight, but not because he can see that I'd lost it, because he's still a bloody groper. That's what I said to him. Amazing.
But you love it, don't you? You love coming back home. North East is your place,
back home. It's my home. You know, we live in Cheshire for work reasons, and we're in London, and we love coming back here, and we try to do our bit to support North East charities, and we're patron of quite a lot of charities. And I think that there is nobody in the whole, not just in the country, the world, not touched by David's story. But he's the way that he did that amazing speech, but it was all about raising money. He basically sort of glossed over the incident. You know, we all know what happened. He's moving on with his life. It was so touching, so moving to hear the love for his family's got him through, and to see them here tonight. So it's amazing. And it was when David told me last year that Kath, his wife, who'd been through so much, not only David, it was his wife, and she wanted to have some counselling, and they said, I'm sorry, there's no funds available for the wife, it's only for you. And it just made him think, hang on a minute, this is not just my story, this is how it's affecting the ripple effect of how it's, so it's a fantastic cause, and I'll do my bit forever to try and raise money for them.
And you've done ever so well with the auction there tonight. Some great prizes, and one of the big prizes, of course, was a trip out. We couldn't believe it when you announced what that prize was. Tell us more about that one.
Was it the last prize?
Yes, the big one. The
loose women prize. Well, because they don't do it very often, and so I had to ask the producers if we could do it today, and told them it was for David's charity, and it was just for 6. I always say 6 women, but really it's because it used to be men's guilty secret to watch Loose Women, and now they're very open about it. So 6 people to come down and see the show and be kind of brought in, have a cup of tea with us, go on set, have some pictures taken, and as I said tonight, either have a cup of coffee, or if it's Carol and me, have a few vats of wine, and we look after them. But because there was such a bidding war between two people, I decided to just sort of take the wrath of the producers and go. So we got 2,000 from one, 2,000, 4,000 pounds for a brilliant charity, and I'll be very honoured to look after them when they come down. There was a lot of generosity in the room tonight. And
you got a great reception, and everybody was absolutely thrilled when you walked off, and raised literally thousands of pounds tonight. So we really thank you for that. Indeed.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to come home. There's nothing like coming home. It's lovely when you get a reception anywhere, but to get a reception in your hometown with your home crowd, it just means so much to Tim and I.
So sum up the night from walking in to see all those hundreds of people tonight. Just sum up your feelings from start to finish. And
I feel very touched. I've laughed, I've cried, and actually, I'm sure this will put people off their dinner, but I've actually wet myself laughing at some point tonight, Goffy. I have to say, it's been an amazing night, and this is the first ball for the Blue Lamp Foundation, and I'm sure it'll be the first of many, and I hope to be here to support as many as possible. And
just briefly, let's slip away from that and talk about, the last time we were talking together was the launch of your book, which was a huge success. And what's planned for Denise in the months and weeks ahead?
Well, it's quite an interesting time. Obviously, I sort of, I came off the ice. That was something that I did for the experience, and I'm so glad that I did it, partly because I lost 1.5 stone. And I obviously realised that people actually, they don't just go, oh, you've lost a bit of weight. They actually recoil when they see me. And thank you to my friends, including you, Goffy, that you didn't tell me that was obviously the fattest woman in the world before I skated, which I clearly was. But no, so that's been an experience. And I've just done, yesterday I did the pilot for a new Keith Lemon show, playing Cheryl Cole in the future, and Patsy Kensit is Lady Gaga in the future. And that's because reality television has taken over so much that celebrities have to get jobs in the supermarket, and I, as Cheryl Cole, get sacked for my accent yet again, and I get sacked off the meat counter. So that was very funny. I've just done a pilot for another sitcom. I've got another two or three things in the offing. It's quite an exciting time. It's very busy, and in fact tonight is one of the few nights in ages that we've actually had out together, me and my old man. So that in itself has been quite nice.
Well, I'm going to grab him now because he's just walking across here. Tim, just talking to Denise there, it's been an absolutely unbelievable occasion.
Oh, we've had a great night, and we're both great fans of this wonderful man, and he's a lesson to us all, and I think he's brilliant. That's why we're here.
Highlight of the night was obviously you on the auction. You were great. You've raised before, I mean, you come back to the North East regularly and raise a lot of cash. Talking about the dinner, the tribute dinner at the Variety Club, which literally raised, I think it was on close on something like £250,000, which is phenomenal. And coming back tonight again and bringing all the cash back into the North East for a great cause, it must give you great satisfaction too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But you know, when it's dear to you and when you know that the money needs to be raised, I mean, you know, David Rathband told us about, you know, some of the families that they're not supported after a horrific thing like this happening. You know, his missus isn't supported. You know, the family aren't supported, and it's all wrong. We've got to put that right. You know, if somebody criminally does that to somebody, you know, the whole family should be looked after, and that's what we're talking about. It's appalling, really. And I think that's one of the things that we've got to put right in. And maybe a night like this is just, you know, raising awareness to that. I think it's just the start, really, of putting things right, you know, in Britain as far as that concerned.
Football for next season, the Toon, what do you reckon?
Well, you know, I'll be there. I've always been a Toon fan. I've got to get depressed sometimes, as you do. But no, we did. You know, if you'd said to me we'd finish where we did, you know, last season, I would have been happy with that. Like anything, you know, I think it's sad that we have to basically have to buy the Premier League, in my opinion, now, you know. I mean, you know, the more money you've got, more chance you got to get in there. Gone are the days when you were round the doors and you played for Newcastle, or if you lived in Middlesbrough you played for Middlesbrough, if you lived in Arsenal you played for Arsenal. So I don't know, let's hope we do okay.
Brilliant. Thank you very much from everybody in the North East for doing great business for us tonight.
You did a great job as well,
yes,
Goffy. Proud of you.
Yeah, proud of you as well.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the money we've raised tonight. Absolutely unbelievable, and thanks for turning out. We really do appreciate it. Thank you.